Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Dan. I'm an Amazon seller. I've been doing that for a little over 5 years. I currently do this part-time, about 20-30 hours a week. And my main sourcing store that I go to is Ollie's. Ollie's has been able to provide me with a pretty nice income. I get to know the store really well. I can walk into a store, I can see what's new, I can see some items that I may be looking for. I can really go through these stores pretty efficiently. So that's why I choose Ollie's. I'm going to be going out to some other stores here shortly, but for right now, Ollie's is my store. And in today's video, I go to 3 different Ollie's. And the main reason why is they have 25% off of toys right now. Now they had 25% off of toys on Ollie's Army Night. And then they decided to extend that for 4 days. And at the end of that 4th day, they extended it again. So to my understanding, right now it's 25% off on all toys in Ollie's as of right now. The sales that I'm doing right now, the stuff that I'm selling right now on Amazon, the majority of the stuff that I'm selling is stuff I bought last year during Ollie's 25% off. It's a great way to boost your profits if you've got that cushion, if you've got that financial cushion, and if you've got the space. Space is a big deal. You need to have the space. But that's what this video is about, and I hope you enjoy. Well, today's Friday, and this Ollie's gets their deliveries on Wednesday. So they usually have it's usually enough time for them to get all the items out, and we get to see what's new. And also, so Ollie's Army Night was on Sunday, and everything was all the toys were 25% off. Well, I got an email stating that they've extended that. So the toys in here, all the toys are still 25% off. Well, we're gonna be picking through some stuff, but we might be able to find a couple gems. Let's see what we can find. I'm strolling down the books, and this is a new book. This Star Wars Epic Battles, Make Sounds. I've sold books like these in the past and they do well. Well, here is that book. $242,000, which is pretty good for books. I will get it for $540. It's selling for $18 new. I don't know if we're gonna make a great amount of money here. No, we're not gonna make too much. So with the current price, it's almost a break even. I thought that was a good one. Yeah, we'll pass. So we have these always discreet pads. They are selling for $15.99. I'll get them for $14.40. When I scan it, sales rank is 3,400. That is fantastic. There's only 13 sellers. I go to the price, $14.40. So I'm making $10.66 on each one, roughly $10. There's only 4 of them, but I'm definitely buying all 4 of them. It's $40. That's good find. I'll keep my eye out for these. Well, one of the main reasons why I came in here today was to get this tape. I don't think I'm gonna buy it all, but I'm definitely gonna get that case. This is a great deal. This is really good tape. I used it for the first time. It's as good as name brand tape, and if not better. It's pretty good, and it's less than $1. It's like 90 cents a roll compared to over $2 a roll anywhere else. So that's a really good deal. So we're in the HBA aisle, and I'm looking at this item here. This is new, Fix-It Advanced. Now it didn't scan. I tried to scan, it didn't scan, but when I typed it in, I did find this 4-pack. 100,000 is the rank, selling for $20 FBA. I'm not making any money on this though, I don't think. So it's $3, it's 4-pack, so it's 12, 10% off, $10.80, right? I think that's right. $10.80, I'm making $1.06. It's too bad. It's a good item. I've sold Fix-It in the past and Polygrip. Those are good items, but I just don't think that that's gonna hold. No pun intended. Well, I'm in the toy aisle, and as I said, everything is 25% off toys-wise. From the 14th to the 18th. Oh, I didn't even check. I hope today's like within that time frame. And going through the aisles, and the aisles, they're a mess. You know, they always are this time of year, the toys are. And I found this Care Bear. Now I've seen this Care Bear in a couple different Ollies. I scanned it, and it wasn't a profitable item. But I decided to scan it this time, and now it is. You know, it's got a 75,000 sales rank, which isn't horrible, and it's selling for $25. So we will be getting it for 25% off. We'll get it for $7.50. So we're gonna make $6 on that. I definitely want to look around and see if I can find some more of these. It's a pretty good profit item. Well, we're in the next toy aisle, and I have purchased this when it first came out about a month ago. The price dropped a little bit, but not too bad. There's a lot of sellers right now. 70 sellers. And the price is still holding at $25. Now I will get this with 25% off. I will get this for $9.75, and my profit is $3.50, $3.25. Not great, but here's the thing: Disney just opened up a new ride called Ratatouille in Epcot. I think that this movie, it was a good movie, but I think that this movie is just going to get re-energized as a result of the Ratatouille ride at Epcot. So I feel really good with this purchase. I'm just buy them and hold them. 25% off, why not? Well, I'm in the last toy aisle, and I didn't get anything here, but then they also have their seasonal aisle, and this is very sad. Ollie's has a Christmas ornament, and they're all sold out. I'm going to have to be on the lookout for the Ollie's Christmas ornament. I didn't see that in any of the other stores. That would have been a good purchase. So just finished checking out. $420 was my spend. A lot of that had 25% off on the toys. I also had a lot of tape there. So I got, what did I get? 8 bundles of tape. Probably should have got more. You can always get more. A lot of toys. And then here's one other thing that I was able to get. Now this has got an odd story behind it. It is this Ray Energy. Now I bought this maybe in March, sold a bunch of them, and then I got a letter saying that I couldn't sell them anymore. So I stopped selling them, and I returned them. And I returned them to this store. And then I decided to just list a couple merchant fulfilled to see if I could sell them. Sure enough, I did. I sold about 15 of them last month. So I went and rebought these. So I am the only seller. The sales rank is 157,000, so it's not very good. But as soon as I list them, they'll sell, merchant fulfilled. So yeah, I'm gonna stick it out. I think that was not an IP complaint. I think it was someone scaring everyone off of the listing. There's been an update on those Ray products. These are the items that I was selling. I think this is the one that I just rebought from Ollie's. And then I got home, and I had this waiting for me, a FedEx envelope, and 7 pages of a cease and desist order. It's not the first time I've received a cease and desist order, but it is the first time I've received one from FedEx. And a lot of legal jargon, but you get to the last page, and the last page says, to avoid litigation, you must immediately and permanently cease selling of all Ray Wellness. Okay, done. So I haven't received any warnings from Amazon. This is the only communication I've received from the company is through this FedEx. Now, it seems to me that there's an easier way to do this. If a company does not want you selling their product, just restrict it. I mean, there are many items that I scan and they're restricted. Okay, I put it down and I move on. Why don't all companies do that? It just seems to me that if Ray Wellness would just restrict their items, no one would try and purchase them and resell them, and it would be a done deal. But instead, they leave it open, unrestricted, and now they have to go and hire a law firm to do this. It just doesn't seem very efficient. It seems like a waste of money on their end when all they could just do is just restrict it on their end. I don't know. That's just my thoughts. And now on with the rest of the video. And now here is day 2 of going to an Ollie's. And I do pretty good at this one. Hope you enjoy. So as soon as you walk in, there's a gift island that I'm seeing in a lot of Ollie's. Well, they have this Nivea Fresh Blooms collection selling for $6.99. I'd get it for $6.30. It's got a great sales rank. 21,000 is the sales rank. Amazon is selling it, but you know, I have bought a lot of things that Amazon's selling just with the intention of holding it and waiting for Amazon to sell out, and that's worked out pretty well. The FBA price is $18.99. So if we take a look at that sales price and we're selling it for $6.30, we're making $3 on it. I'm gonna pass on this item I'm just gonna pass on this item. I'm in the food aisle and I was able to pick up some of these honey stinger. Now I've sold these in the past, done well. This particular one has a sales rank of 48,000, which is pretty good. Amazon is selling it for $28, but then there's a pretty good bidding war going on with other FBA members and Merchant Fulfilled. But even at that price that they're selling at $18.83, or actually at $17.99, I will still make a profit of $5 on each bag. That's pretty good. They don't expire until July, so I'm definitely getting all of these. This is a good purchase. Well, I'm in the toy aisle looking for some deals that work with the 25% off that we get, and here are 2 of them. This Frozen Scepter and then this family set. So the Scepter is selling for $20. I will get it for $7.50, and I have sold a number of these. And as of right now, if I'm getting this for $7.50, I'll make $4 on this as the price stands right now. And then this other, and with this other one, it has a good sales rank, 52,000. Only making $1 or $2 on this right now, but what I did is I checked out Keepa on this, and this item has shown a price to go over $25 in the last year. So I am going to buy this and hold on to it, and as the sellers sell out, my price should hit. Well, I've talked in the past about just being friendly to the employees that work here, and here's an example of how, aside from just being friendly, that pays off. I was going down the aisle. One of the employees that I've talked to before here saw me pick up the bags of the honey stinger, and as I'm leaving the aisle, she approached me with 2 cases of this item, 2 different flavors. And 48,000 is the rank. 57 for $15. I'll make over $5 on each of these. So she just handed me $70 in profit. It pays to be friendly. Well, I had some extra time. Decided to go down the bedding aisle. I've done okay with bedding. Sometimes they just tend to sit for a while, so doing it Merchant Fulfilled is usually the way I go with the bedding. But with that being said, I just found this Trolls plush throw selling for $5.99. I'll get it for $5.40. The sales rank on this is 700, and it's sold out. So making sure it's the same item. It is. So there was only 2 here. I got both of them, and I listed them right now as merchant fulfilled. I wouldn't be surprised if they sell before I even leave the store. So I listed them for $29.99, $30. So that's a $16, $17 profit. Well, I have a Trolls blanket update. Those 2 that I listed in the store that had a great sales rank, yeah, they didn't sell. And the sales rank is even better now. The sales rank is 987 now. It's only myself and 1 other seller selling it. And they have a repricer. So I'm just matching their price. I'm not trying to cut their price at all. I'm just trying to match their price. But then as soon as I do, their repricer automatically chops it down another 10 cents. Whatever. I mean, everybody runs their business the way they run their business, but why not just I don't understand why people do that. I don't understand why people are constantly trying to be the lowest price, especially with an item that sells like that. Just share the buy box, and then everybody gets a slice of the pie. Again, that's just my thoughts. Well, I found another Trolls throw, and this one did not scan. So, and they also had the UPCs covered up. So what I did is I just peeled it back a little bit. I try not to remove them all the way. This little QR code is what they need at the register. So I tried to scan that, wouldn't scan. But then you can go in and just type in the UPC numbers, and when I do, it comes up. There's no sales rank. It's selling for $21. I'm going to get a couple of these and just hold them merchant fulfilled. You know, Trolls, they're always that they've got mini series on the TV. I feel that this is an item that just kind of holds its value. It's not a great seller, but it's a seller. So I just finished checking out. $1,500 before the 25% off and the 10% off and the tax exempt came down to $1,150, $1,125, I think. This was the largest score that I've done in a long time. 6 carts. 6 carts of merchandise. A couple of the carts are all the same thing. Like I've got this 1 cart of Grogu, and that's just there's 13 Grogus, and that's a great item. There's another season coming out in February. I feel there's a lot of sellers, but I feel pretty good about that. I mean, it was $7.50. It's selling for $23 right now, so I make like $6 on almost 100%. And then I have a whole nother cart of that Stinger. Different flavors. Some of them are in a box, some of them are in a bag, but they all do really well. So this was a good 2 hours. Loading up, heading home. Well, today is Sunday, 9 o'clock, heading into one of my local Ollies. This is the last day for the 25% off. It lasted 4 days. Well, they had it last Sunday, but then they decided to extend it from Thursday to Sunday. And I was able to go out Friday, Saturday, and now today, Sunday. Just going to one Ollie's, just looking for toys. I'll go through some other aisles, but toys is the main thing I'm looking at, and mainly to sell next year. You know, with 25% off, that's a decent amount of kick to the profit. So let's go see what we can find. All right, so our first pickup with the toys are these 2 Marvel's Avengers. There's a Black Panther, and then there's 2 different Spider-Men, and both of them are pretty good. Here is the Black Panther. Sales rank is 11,000, selling for $14.24, and with 25% off, I'll get that for $5.25. So as of right now, it's a little over $2. But this is something I'll hold on to. Marvel Universe isn't going anywhere. It's a good item. The Superman is making $5 on each one, so pretty good. So this is a new item for Ollie. This is Apples to Apples Junior. I remember playing this when my kids were little. But it comes in this box right here. but this is what's inside of it. That sales rank is $1,300 is its sales rank. Feature price is $28, $29. There are a couple sellers in here selling it real cheap, but at that rank, they're gonna sell out. I'll hold on to that. I'm getting it for $10. So if I go with that, I know that the feature price is $29.99. $29.99, and I'm getting it for $10. If the price holds, making $10 profit on it. And there's about 10 of these. So that's $100 right there, just with that toy. Pretty good. Just finished checking out. $950 in spend. Not as good as yesterday, but still pretty good. I got 4 small carts, most of them toys, and again, 25% off on those toys. Not bad. And again, shout out to the star cashier, Becky, who can really get things moving. Well, that's the sourcing portion of this video. And now I have the item of the week. Well, actually, this would be the item of the years. I bought this roughly 18, 19 months ago. It's been a very good item to me. And also the sales report. So as you can see, our sales so far for today are $285. And what is today? Today is the 23rd of December. So sales have slowed down as we got past December 18th. December 18th is the date that Amazon traditionally can no longer guarantee shipment before Christmas. So sales usually slow down after that. But I'll tell you, almost a little over $1,000 in sales yesterday. So it doesn't appear to be slowing down too much this year. So that's pretty nice. So we've got, going across the top, we sold 7 items today. Our current balance is $2,200, and our next paycheck is January 2. Our sales so far for the month, we're almost at 20,000 sales for the month, which is pretty nice because we still have another 7 days to go. So it would be nice if we could get around the 23,000 mark in sales. That would be super nice. And if we take a look at our orders, let's manage our orders. And I'm just going to talk about this first one. This first one, it's the Melnor. That is a digital water timer that I was able to purchase at Ollie's. It'll be 2 years in March, I think, that I got them. It's a really good item. And yeah, here's a further breakdown of that item. For that Melnor water timer. It's been a great item for me. Well, here is the item that I just sold 2 of. This is the Melnor Aqua Timer. And here's some more information about this timer that has been very good to me. So here's a deeper dive into that Melnor water timer. What we're looking at here, this program that we're looking at, this is Inventory Labs. And again, I've talked about this program in previous videos, and I'll just reiterate, I could not imagine being an Amazon seller without this program. It's a very powerful program, very helpful program. So I've searched out this Melnor, and 2 items come up. So this first item that I'm going to talk about is one I don't have. I've been sold out for quite some time, but it was a good item. I sold 33 of them. My revenue was $791. And they only cost $450. My profit on that item was $335, 181% ROI. But this is the item that I just showed you, this first one up here. Again, I over the course of about 2 years, it'll be 2 years this spring, I sold 138 of them, and I have about 10 left, I believe. There were 6 refunds, 6 returns. And my total revenue for this item was close to $5,500. The cost for the item was $13.33. There are my fees associated, almost $8. So my total profit is a little over $1,600, almost 77% ROI. Again, this Melnor digital timer has been a great item. Well, that concludes our sourcing video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you have any questions, please make sure you post in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscription button. It's a big help. And I think that's it. That about covers it. I'm going to try and do a video next week. We'll see what happens with, being the weather and in between Christmas and New Year's. But there's definitely a couple more sourcing trips I want to try and get out there while those toys are 25% off. So have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the new year.